All right, so welcome. This is going to be my version of chicken lo mein. And so the first thing you're going to do is slice your chicken breast. Now this is partially frozen. It makes it easier to cut this on a bias like this. Now I don't want the chicken pieces to be too big, so at some points I might slice them down the middle. So that's just personal preference. So this is what you're going to end up with in the final product after cutting that up. So we're going to marinate this meat overnight. So I'm adding some garlic. This is mirin. I'm adding light soy sauce here. And then I'm going to add some sesame oil. This recipe has a lot of sesame oil in it. So if you don't want to add it here, you don't have to. And then you're going to take some cornstarch or potato starch and mix that together. That's just going to help keep the moisture in the meat. So this is going to be sauce number one. And sauce number one is a little more bland, a little more just kind of a basic sauce. So we have some hoisin in the center. You could also use oyster sauce in this as well. So I'm adding some light soy sauce and then some dark soy sauce. So this is pretty typical in Asian recipes to add some of both. So there is some sesame oil. So I said there's a lot of sesame oil in this. I add some chicken stock, some sugar, and red pepper chili flakes. Now you can add as much of this as you want. So it's really personal preference. And then you're just going to mix that up and set that aside. So that's going to be your sauce. So sauce number two is a little bit different, but kind of similar. So we're starting off with that hoisin sauce. So this is some mirin that I'm adding here. You could use rice wine vinegar, but I don't have any. So once again, we're going to be doing the dark soy sauce here, and then eventually we'll put in some light soy sauce as well. So after I've got that, I'm adding some sesame oil, and once again you can skip this if you want, but I like sesame oil. So in there I have something called chili crisp, and any sort of chili paste will do. So I've added some sugar and ketchup. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up. Now the sauce is a little bit too thick, so you're going to see me once again add some chicken stock. So the sauce is just going to coat the noodles. So any of this moisture you're adding to it will get absorbed by the noodles, so it's not a big deal. So that's a better consistency. So I'm going to stop with that. So these are egg noodles, and you want to cook your egg noodles according to the directions on the package, but only do them for about 2/3 the time. Once they're done cooked, you're going to bathe them or blanch them in ice water. And then I've coated my noodles in a little sesame oil so they don't stick. So next I'm sauteing up that chicken that we marinated. And you want to do just like the noodles. Cook these for about 2/3 of the time, or almost done. And then deglaze your pan because you want all those bits and flavor in your noodles. So next you're going to be adding the vegetables, and you can add whatever vegetables you want. So obviously the ones that need to cook longer you're going to add first, and the ones that need less time you're going to add last. So this is just after about 30 seconds or a minute in this hot wok. So I'm just going to kind of stir those up. Those are pretty much good and ready to go. So we're going to start adding the next ingredients now. So we've got some green onions, some bean sprouts. That is garlic and ginger, fresh garlic and ginger. So I guess I'm mixing that up first, and then you're going to see me add the bean sprouts and Napa cabbage. So we're going to slightly go ahead and toss that and mix that up. And just cook that for about 30 seconds to a minute. You don't really want to overcook that, have that start to wilt. So I'm adding the noodles here. And then I'm going to toss that and mix it up with chicken. And you can use any protein that you want or not using it at all. And then I'm just going to add the sauce. I'm going to mix that up for about 30 seconds. And you're pretty much done and ready to go. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other sauce. This is the point where you would want to add, I add some 5 spice powder, and if you need to add some salt and pepper to your this lo mein, you can do this at that point. And then you're going to go ahead and serve that up. Now that's enough for at least 2 people. This is what your finished product will look like, and this is sauce number 1's version. Alright, so we have sauce number 2, and this is the one with the chili crisp. And so this is what your finished product is going to look like. I also added chopped cilantro to this, so just a slightly different version from the first sauce that we did. So hopefully you enjoy this. Give it a try. Leave any comments or questions below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.